Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Hey, it's Friday morning. Ain't God good? And won't he do it? Oh, yes, he will. Oh, yes, he will. I know y'all probably saying, Lee Craft, Lee Craft, Lee Craft. You say the same thing every morning. I'm going to say Enoch, Ewok, Enoch. That means y'all sure know what to say. Hey, it's Friday morning, right? TGIF, TGIF. Thank God it's forever. Fantastic. Friendly. Favor. Favor. Thank God I got favor. You know what I'm saying? This is the thing, good people. Yesterday, I want to name this podcast right here, man. Walking by faith, not by sight. Had a chance to go talk to my partner, Tony Muhammad. Growing up, we was best of friends, and as we got older, we remained the same way. Like I said, that's a good dude, And the reason why I titled the show "Walking by Faith, Not by Sight" because Tony's blind. He's blind. He lost his sight over 5 years ago, and I call Tony maybe once or twice a week. We talk maybe once or twice a week, just to talk. He'll call me, or I'll call him and see how he's doing. You know, and oh man, like I said, man, it's good to talk to somebody, man. You know that they don't not calling for nonsense. You know, talking about people, all those things. Just talking about life lessons, man. Where we was and where we are. You know what I'm saying? But before we get started, if you have any comments or concerns, please email me at leecraftwhatif@gmail.com or go to Anchor, Spotify, YouTube, Facebook, all those beautiful apps. Look for the animated black man with a white beard, smiling and profiling. And finally, realize, y'all trying to size me up. Good people. Tony Muhammad, like I said, man, went over there to see him. He's a craft man. Lee Craft. I said, what's up, man? He said, Lee Craft, man, you just don't know how happy I am to see you, man. You know, to hear your voice and stuff. Tony, I feel the same exact way, man. So Tony came out the house and stuff, man. He said, man, let's go walking. It's okay. So he said, well, how we going to walk, Tony? He said, I'm going to put my hand on your shoulder, man. We're going to go up and down this sidewalk. We're going to walk and talk. And that's exactly what we did. Walked and talked. Talking about life. And I had to ask Tony that question, man. Tony, how was it? How did it feel when you first lost your sight, man? He said, Craft, man, I don't wish that upon nobody, man. Nobody. I said, really? He said, man, Craft, man, it is terrible. Just imagine, man, you able to see, man. And all of a sudden, man, you can't see. My vision started deteriorating and stuff, man. And it's tend to fade. You know, I could the sunlight, you know, I could see okay, but the artificial light, like for a light bulb in your house, something, said it was like darkness. He said, Craft, man. He said, man, I had to struggle with that, man. You know, I said, Tony, what got you through? He said, God. He said, God got me through, man. You know. So I got him through. I said, man, I thank God for that, man. He said, Craft, man, I could have been in there just depressed and just worried about what I can't do, but I got up and I got to moving. So I told him, man, hey, thank God for that, man. And we just started talking about our childhood coming up, man, and laughing, playing the four square, which kids don't play no more. Everything's Atari now. Outside playing four square, riding our bicycles up and down the street. Man, like we could have ran a marathon, man. We don't know what we was doing because that's how far we rode on our bicycles, you know. Riding, talking, and laughing, man. You know. But Tony said, I said, Tony, man, how's your family handling what you're going through? He said, Craft, man, I said, it's difficult too. My wife and them, man, they kind of got to do everything for me and stuff, you know. Say, here I am, man. This big giant and stuff, man. The kids thought I was Superman and stuff. Now they gotta help Superman. I said, Tony, you know what, man? It's just life, man. We all need help. You know, you didn't see that you was gonna become blind. I said, no, I didn't see it, Craft. I said, but I'm telling my mom and dad, I said, something just don't feel right. He said one day he was going to go over his niece's house and everything. He said his vision just went. He saw it kind of like fading out, so he pulled over into this gas station and stuff, and just sat there for a minute. You know, he started praying and everything, man. And when the vision came back, he drove to her house and told everybody, "Hey, something's going on. I got to go sit down. Something's going on. My sight is leaving me." and stuff. But hey, now it's time for a word from my sponsor. When something wrong with the taxes, who you gonna call? Price Taxi! They ain't afraid no audit. Price Taxi. 415 East Chevy Drive, Memphis, Tennessee. The number is 901-828-5422 or 901-435-6575 or 901-9227. If you want your taxes done right, don't think twice. Call Price Taxi. Ask for Larry or Diane. They'll take care of you. Hey, I'm satisfied. Shoot, man, like I said though. But Tony, he's a craft man. I don't wish that on nobody. But he said what he had to do, he had to learn how to do everything all over again for us, count his steps, for us go by memory on remember how where everything should be, coming out of steps in his house, all that kind of thing. He became independent. So when we walk down the sidewalk, here come a sidewalk uneven. I know where's that crap. You ain't got to tell me. I know. It's okay, Tony. It's okay. I said, I got you, man. I got you. So we're just walking and talking. But I got a question for y'all. But what if Tony didn't have the faith that he had? And God said it's gonna be okay. What if he didn't have that faith? Cause you get in that depressed stage in your life and in your mind and stuff, man. It can kill you. I forget what he's called it. You can have a broken heart. You start getting depressed, man. You just don't want to go on. But his faith in God. See, we always talk about walk by faith, not by sight. He's a craft man. I'm doing that now. I'm walking by faith, not by sight. Told him, man, I said, man, I am proud of you, man. You know, and that's what I'm doing too. You know, I got sight. I'm walking by faith, not by sight. Because a lot of things happen in my life too, Tony. That I did. Some of the things you can kind of see they're coming, but you don't really know they're coming. But everything that God has for you is going to happen to you. And everything that God wants you to have, you will get. I can guarantee you that. And Tony said, craft man, you know, things are getting better. He said, I believe I might eventually get my sight back. I said, man, you know what, Tony? People don't believe it, man. But God is a miracle worker. Miracle worker. Fred Banks, you sang this song in church, man. He's just a miracle worker about how God gave sight to the blind. Huh? How he cured people that had these diseases and stuff, man. So if God did it for them, why can't he do it for you too? You know, and Tony and I talk, like I said, maybe once or twice a week, and I told him, Tony, I need to get by there and see you, man. And sometimes you don't have time to do those certain things, but I said to myself, you know what? You need to make time to see the people that you love. You know what I'm saying? That man told me, his first song, he says, Craft man, Lee Craft. I love you, man. So I love you too, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's two men talking, laughing, reminiscing back in the day. Back in school, I used to think about this every day. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we did, laughing. And even though we're not classmates, you know how birthdays come in different times of the year and push you to one grade, another grade, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, but at the same time, though, we still cool. Neighborhood friend. And grew up the same way. You know what I'm saying? Not a bad word between each other. And that's priceless. It's priceless. Never stabbed him in the back, never stabbed him in my back. Matter of fact, I ain't never stabbed him in the back, period. I don't believe Tony has either. That was kind of upright guy that he is, you know. And I'm not saying things to be saying things. If you ain't like I said, right? Good. I'm not gonna falsify any information. Everybody know you're wrong. Like, let me tell you what. My mother said before she passed away, she told my sister, I don't want people get up there telling lies on me. You know, keep it simple. And same thing with me. If you ain't no good guy, oh, that was a good man. No, Tony come to my funeral, I go to his funeral, that was a good man. That's what I would say when I stand up. You know, always hope somebody stand up and say the same thing about Lee Craft. When you saw me, he put a smile on your face. That's what I believe in doing. And when I saw that man said, Craft, man, you just don't know how happy I am seeing. And you know, he couldn't see. I still saw it in his eyes. A blind man. Like I said, the eyes that I gave to the soul, I saw happiness in his face. But like I told y'all, what if Tony didn't have that faith? We probably wouldn't be talking today. Tony probably been gone home. You know? What if? What if he didn't believe what he believed? What if he didn't want to get up every morning and do his exercise and everything? Huh? Life has a lot of what ifs. A lot of what ifs, right? And I just thank God that I can say, that's my friend. My grandmother always said, son, everybody not your friend, son. But when you find that friend, son, hold on to them. Because they don't come every day. You know what? I said, Grandma, show enough. Because you sure ain't lying. You sure ain't lying. You sure ain't lying, man. And that's the thing. That's the thing, man. Tony, I love you too, brother. Like I said, for those of y'all who graduated with Tony, you know, he reach out to you and stuff, man, call your boy. Call him, see how you doing. I promise you, man, you're going to make his day. And what it going to cost you? Nothing. Nothing. We make time to do what we want to do, right? And I made time to see my friend. That's what I'm going to continue the rest of my life. You know, my neighborhood friends and everything. Grew up, all we did was laugh and joke and shoot ball and stuff, right? You know what I'm talking about? And have fun with no problems. We didn't have no problem. Well, man, you fight me, let's fight. We had none of that stuff, man. Man, goddamn, man, what kind of fire was that? Huh? Shoot, are we in the WWE or are we wrestling now? It's not laugh. Come on, man, don't fight again no more, man. Come on, man. Come on now. Shoot, I gotta go to school. I gotta go somewhere tomorrow. I don't want to be pushed there. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, Tony Muhammad, like I said, he said God has a plan for him. I said, I know that. So God got a plan for me too. But as long as I have my breath in my body, man, you know, if I can make it over there to see, man, I'm going to try to get over there and see. You know? Because you're going to people, I'm telling these people, you don't know the impact that you have on people's lives until you start seeing them. When they need you to see them. When they're feeling down and out, you bring them hope. You bring them prosperity. Because that's the God in you. That's all I'm saying, people. Tony, before I left that afternoon, yesterday afternoon, he's a craft man. Thank you for coming by. Tony, man, it's no problem, man. Thank you for allowing me to come by. You know, he said, man, we're going to try to do this again next week. Yeah, just call me, man. He said, no, you call me. I said, no, you call me. And we try to make it happen, Cap, you know. Because that what friends do. For good times and bad times, you know. And I said, man, I got to roll out, man. He said, man, thank you again, Crab. Man, don't thank me for doing something I should be doing. We brothers, man, you know. And I meant it wholeheartedly, you know. But like I said, you know, I always try to put myself in somebody's position. Imagine myself being blind. Imagine myself being whatever somebody that's dealing with is going through. That way I can understand it better. You know, my partner Kenny Reed, you know, before he passed away and stuff, he told me he hit me to a lot of things. He grabbed me. I said, good morning, Reed. So what's so good about it? So you hear and. So I had to rethink a lot of things. You know, what's good to me might be good to him. So I got to ask the question morning. So to see his response, then I can play off of that. You know? But with Tony sat down, we talked, man, started laughing and stuff, man. Said, crap, man, you remember when? Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I remember when, Tony. Yeah, man. But I can't wait for the day you may get your sight back, man. And let's just start laughing again. You know, like what I've been doing, man. And today is very special. So with that being said, Lee Crab, this is my podcast. If you have any comments or concerns, please email me at leecraftwhatif@gmail.com. One band, one sound. Together, we got an opportunity to turn this whole world around. But in order to have a real conversation, you got to have real people. If you want to have a real conversation, have a blessed day. And please find time and make time to tell God thank you. Tony, like you told me, Tony, I love you, brother. No, man, I love you too. Have a blessed day. Like Tony, in the words of Tony Muhammad, peace be unto you, my brother.